John from Byte Basics here. In this week's video, I'm going to show you how to easily convert from decimal to binary in 3 steps. Let's get started straight away with an example. So the first number we're going to convert is 39. The first step is really simple. Just write down the number we're going to convert. You'll need some space underneath it. In the second step, we divide the number by 2 and write the result underneath. We also write the remainder to the right hand side. So in this case, 39 divided by 2 is 19, remainder 1. The remainder will always be a 1 or a 0. Now to complete step 2, we do the exact same thing again, but this time on the result we just wrote down, so 19 in this case. We continue doing this until the result is 0. So 19 divided by 2 is 9, remainder 1. 9 divided by 2 is 4, remainder 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2, remainder 0. 2 divided by 2 is 1, remainder 0. 1 divided by 2 is 0, remainder 1. That completes step 2. We know this as our result is now 0. In step 3, we simply write out the remainder starting at the bottom. It's really important we start at the bottom. So we have 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, which is 39 in binary, so we've completed our conversion. We can convert back to decimal to check we have the correct answer. I have a whole video on that, so check that out if you don't know how. So first we draw in the columns. Second, I put a 1 above the furthest right column. Third, starting with that 1, we do doubling, so 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Then write down any values that have a 1 below them, so 32, 4, 2 and 1. And finally add up those numbers we just wrote down, which in this case gives 39. So we know our conversion was correct, as we started with 39, and after doing the conversion into binary and then back to decimal, we still have 39. Let's do another example. This time we'll do 72. Why don't you pause the video and try it yourself first. So step 1, we simply write down the number we want to convert, 72 in this case. Step 2, repeatedly divide by 2 and record the result and the remainder, stopping once the result is 0. So 72 divided by 2 is 36, remainder 0. 36 divided by 2 is 18, remainder 0. 18 divided by 2 is 9, remainder 0. 9 divided by 2 is 4, remainder 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2, remainder 0. 2 divided by 2 is 1, remainder 0. 1 divided by 2 is 0, remainder 1. We've reached 0, so on to step 3, which is to simply write out the remainder starting at the bottom. Again, remember it's very important to start at the bottom. In this case, we get 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, which is 72 in binary. Again, I'll convert it back to decimal just to check the answer. So we add in the columns, write a 1 above the furthest right column, do the doubling, so 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. Now write down the values above any column with a 1 in it, so 64 and 8 in this case. And finally add up those numbers we just wrote down, so 64 plus 8 gives us 72. So the answer was correct. So that's how to convert from decimal to binary. It might seem a little complicated at first, but with a bit of practice it's pretty easy. I should mention that there's a second very common method that people use to do this conversion, so don't be surprised if you see somebody doing it a different way. I find the way I explained in this video easier. In the description below there's a link to a worksheet if you do want some more practice. In the next video we'll look at adding and subtracting binary numbers. If you want to see a bit more of my life, follow me on Instagram and check out my second channel. Thank you for watching.